everyone, welcome to the second episode of Career Conversations. Today I want to speak about a LinkedIn DM that I got wherein this particular person was expressing how nobody actually taught her how to design her career, nobody taught her how should she pick her career, and because of which she is feeling stagnated at the age of 34 and she doesn't really know where to go. So today let's talk about how do you actually design a career path? How do you actually pick a career, right? So there are three essential things I want you to remember. The very first thing is you need to ask yourself, what do I actually like? What is it that I really like, right? And when I say like, I mean, what is it that I can do that I can spend hours doing? Is it talking? Is it painting? Is it making videos? Is it playing games? It doesn't matter, right? Here, there should be no filter. Whatever it is that you like doing, write about that. Now, another layer to this is I want you to understand that a career is nothing but being able to contribute to the world. It doesn't matter what your contribution is, right? So think about it. Is there someone you know in your life? It could be someone, it could be a friend, it could be a relative, it could be even a social media influencer. Is there someone out there who's contributing to the world in a way that you would love to do? Like when you look at this person's job, you feel like, oh my God, I would love to do this job. Like I would even do it for free. That is how much I love it. In fact, when I was undergoing my coaching program, when I pondered over this question and when I looked at my coach, I was like, you know what, whatever this person is doing, honestly, I can do it every single day. I love it so much. Like reading about personal growth, helping people, I would love to do that as a profession. So similarly, I want you to think about, is there someone out there who's doing something you absolutely love? And again, no filter, no judgment. It doesn't matter whatever is coming up, write it down. Because that is again going to give you a little bit more insight into what is it that I can do with absolute love, with absolute interest in terms of a career. Now, the second point I want you to think about is what are my natural strengths? So unfortunately, when we run after money, when we run after positions, when we run after degrees and certificates, we often ignore what are our natural strengths. And the thing is that it is much, much easier to pick a career and excel at it when it is aligned with your natural interest and something that you're naturally good at. So ask yourself, what is something that you think comes very easily to you, right? So for example, for me, it was understanding people's emotions. I never thought it could be turned into a career. And that is why even here, I don't want you to limit yourself. Don't limit yourself here. Ask, what is it that I'm naturally good at? What is something that I'm able to do easily that maybe other people take a lot of time? And it could be absolutely anything for you. For example, for my sister, it was, design. It was, being creative. For me, it was understanding emotions. For someone else, it could be, let's say I'm very good with machines. For someone, it could be I'm very good with, let's say understanding landscape. So it could be anything for you. I want you to write that down too. So now we have what you are naturally interested in, and second, what you're naturally good at. This is going to give you a lot of information about what is your natural inclination towards. Your career should always be a result of your natural interest and your natural strength, because what happens then is you are operating in your zone of genius. Your zone of genius is something wherein you find something so stupidly simple that it doesn't require a lot of effort. Most people are unable to do great in their career because they're not operating in the zone of genius. They're going completely opposite to what they're good at because they think that that is how careers are made. Well, that's not really true. Now, this brings me to the third point. Now, after I told you this, that you write down, what are your natural strengths and what are you naturally interested in, and combine it, and you will get a lot of information. What's going to happen to a lot of you folks is that you are going to start feeling, oh my God, so what? Now it doesn't mean that I can leave my job. It doesn't mean that I can do anything. What a stupid video. That is self-doubt. Some of you are going to start thinking, okay, now like I know somewhere that what I want to do, let's say I want to become a coach, or I want to become an architect, I want to become an influencer. It doesn't matter what you want to become, right? Some of you are going to start thinking, is Riyanshi crazy? I can't pursue this as a career. It's never going to work out. That's fear of failure. Some of you are going to just brush it off. Some of you are going to think, oh, it's not enough information. Let's just continue, go back to our, real life and let's forget about this video. That is not believing in the possibilities that can happen for you. So that is why the most important step of designing a career path for yourself is actually working on your unhealed trauma and your limiting beliefs. See, when it comes to careers, right, when you look at someone who's doing what they love and they're really good at it, the one thing that you will see in them is a lot of self-belief and a lot of clarity. That is a result of having a very clear brain and resolved emotions. So the reason you may find it difficult to go after your desired career path, or even have the will to think about your desired career path, the only problem there is going to be your unhealed trauma. That could be, unresolved trauma from the past. It could be fear of failure. It could be your self-worth is very attached to the finances that you're making. It could be, your self-worth is attached to the position you're at. You're very, very afraid to do anything new. You don't trust yourself. It could be anything, right? So that comes from unhealed trauma. So there you need to do trauma resolution. The second thing is that you may have a lot of misconceptions about careers, right? For example, some people think that I can't change my career after 35. Some people think that if I've become a parent, then, my life is tied to my child. I cannot do anything according to me. So there could be a lot of self-doubt. There could be a lot of unhealed trauma that is clouding your judgment, right? In fact, there are so many people who know what they want, but they don't want to accept it because there is so much fog, right? There's so much fog of trauma. There is so much fog of limiting beliefs, misconceptions, pure misconceptions. So in that case, your very first step needs to be to take help and to work on this particular issue with concentration. Because if you don't work on it, if you keep on just consuming information, nothing is going to work. I have known people who have spent years and years finding out information. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. Some people even know what they want to do, but they never take any action because they have unhealed trauma, because they keep on waiting that one day they will feel ready. In reality, that is never going to happen, because your readiness is directly tied to how healed you are and how confident you are. So you need to work on your unhealed trauma, and you need to work on your confidence or whatever issue that you may be struggling with. Only and only then the first 2 points are going to align and will come about in practical steps that you actually take. And a bonus point I wanted to remember is that when it comes to either career transition or designing your career path, it does not happen in one day. Okay, it happens in stages. And to make that stage smooth, to make that stage, a very smooth transition, a place where, you're not doing something out of impatience, you must align yourself with your goals in a way wherein you're not hyperventilating. So again here, if you are unable to do that, take help, because the readiness that you're waiting for is going to actually come from a decision that you make, right? So I hope this was helpful. And if you need help understanding your career design, your career better, and if you need help developing your confidence, and if you want to heal your childhood trauma and intergenerational trauma, then you can drop me a DM coaching and you can book a one-on-one session.